Welcome to another conversation on religion and mental illness. I'm Dr. Nancy Keogh, a clinical psychologist and author of the book Wrestling with Our Inner Angels, Faith, Mental Illness, and the Journey to Wholeness. I'm speaking today with our guest, Reverend Lorraine Thornhill, pastor of the First Holiness Church in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and a therapist. Reverend Thornhill, thank you so much for being a part of these conversations.
Thank you so much.
In all of your experience as both a pastor and a therapist, what do you think have been some of the issues that you've had to confront when you think about a conversation between religion and mental illness?
One of the issues is that when I refer a African American to a mental health professional and they are a person of faith, is that their faith sometimes can be discredited. And so one of the recommendations I would say for a mental health professional is to honor that person's faith, not to discredit it. Another thing would be to not dumb down when they're talking to that African American, because that African American person is coming in also with reservations, already thinking they're going to be labeled or judged, thinking that someone, like, I'm here to see a mental health professional. Like, what do people think about me? Especially depending on their background, where they grew up, their history. You were told, don't talk to anybody outside your family. So that can be something where when you go in to see someone, you want to know that that person's going to respect you, respect your background, respect your faith, and just honor you.
When you talk about dumbing down, can you say a little bit more about that?
Well, when you're talking to that person, explain to them, if they need medication or you're recommending medication, break it down to them. What's this medication going to do? How will it help them? What are the side effects from the medication? How long will they have to be on the medication? Are you saying, they're going to be on it for the rest of their life, which a lot of people are scared about. I'm going to have to take this pill for the rest of my life. Is it just that I can take it for 2 months? What does all of that mean? What are you saying that you think I have? Break it down.
What would you say is there a resistance in the African American community to go into therapy? I mean, certainly there's a big stigma in general in our country about therapy and mental illness. So when you're even recommending someone to go to therapy, is there a lot of resistance that you have to work with before they'll take that step?
Oh yeah, there's resistance because, especially if they've never heard anyone in their family going to a mental health professional, as I said before, how are they going to be judged? Are they going to be labeled? Like, what does this mean? Things that they see on TV. Like, am I crazy? Are you telling me that I'm crazy, Pastor, when you're referring me to go see someone? What are you saying about me? And I think that really gets to people. Like, maybe there's something wrong with me. They can't, balance that out.
And what would you say in working with clergy that you have to do in order to help them understand some mental health issues?
One of the things I think is education is a strong point. In the Bible, there's a verse that says, in the multitude of counselors, there's safety. And so I just tell the clergy members that, we're in multitudes. So it's not just one person giving counsel, but it's a multitude. It's many people with wise information that can help give guidance to that person. So especially if you don't understand what's going on in that mental health field, ask questions. It's okay to ask and say, what's going to happen here if I refer this person to you? What is the process? And I think there's nothing wrong with asking questions.
Now, we could spend a lot of time talking about this, but we don't have a lot of time. So what one message would you like to leave our viewers with today?
I think is that if we learn mutual respect mental health professionals to the African American person, especially if they're a person of faith coming in, to respect their faith, and also for the clergy members to respect mental health professionals, that they do know what they are talking about, that they have education in it, and to just be okay to ask questions.
Thank you so much. This was really enlightening. Thank you so much for being a part of these conversations.
Thank you so much, Doctor.